Anyway, Anil which didn't apologize there, but I think Sambit Patra should, on his behalf. What do you think, Ranjana Kumari? Sambit Patra should, on behalf of that boorish minister from his party, the BJP, who behaved in that manner with that lady officer there, should Sambit Patra apologize on behalf of this bully called Anil Vij? Ranjana Kumari, I want to start with you and then I'll throw it open.
Yes. Arnab, this is the double arrogance, the arrogance that he is a minister and the arrogance that he is talking to a female officer.
That's right.
This whole male mindset, the patriarchal mindset of his. And this is the double arrogance. This is the arrogance that how dare she talk to me like that? And it is a woman officer who's talking to him like that. Look at the way he's even challenging you. I mean, like look at the audacity. Look at the way people elect them to be serving the people. I mean, that whole idea of service to the people is totally lost. It is only that they have become powerful, now they can do anything. And now I just came to the program also to share a personal experience with a Rajasthan officer. So in some sense, it is the male ego also, which is, Indira Gandhi Panchayati Raj Institute officer, the way he talked to me on the phone about a program that we were trying to conduct to sensitize the rural women elected representatives. He cancelled the rural women elected representatives program in favor of BDOs, all the male BDOs who will come. He cancelled the program, and I'm appealing to him that look, these are the elected representative women, and this Panchayati Raj should give the space for these women to come. But he was like, going every direction to talk to me so rudely, I cannot tell you.
But
these are the double kind of, the power gets into the head, and this power had to be, challenged. This has to be challenged, and I'm sure day and night with your program, you are trying to do it. This whole.
No, but I feel fundamentally. Ranjana ji, I feel completely, let down by this political class, be it Congress or BJP.
Absolutely.
On Sunday, the finance. On Sunday, I want to share some experience with you. On Sunday, the finance minister of Jammu and Kashmir called me in the afternoon and said, look here, his name is Haseeb Drabu, he was a journalist. He called me and he said, look here, the story going on your channel, nothing happened. My public relations officer is being accused of wrong things, of slapping a forest guard. I said, Mr. Drabu, we'll look at what the version is, we'll see. At 7 o'clock, again he calls me. And you know what he says? I'm saying it on record today, Mr. Drabu, if you're listening. He said to me, I told you, didn't I? Haseeb Drabu, the finance minister, says to me, I told you, Arnab, didn't I, that nothing happened? And still you people are carrying this story? And I said to Mr. Haseeb Drabu, Mr. Drabu, what happened to you since you became a minister? Who on earth do you think you are, that you can talk to me in that condescending tone? Absolutely. The problem is that politicians like him think they can make a private conversation with an editor, try and bully the guy and make sure that the story is not carried. And today when I sent my reporter to get a reaction of his liaison officer, the Jammu and Kashmir government has filed an FIR against the journalist. So they will use the entire might of the state, which is why I began by saying today, Satinath, it is the citizen versus the politician. Truly and truly it is. I feel so let down today that and I must tell you, Sambit, that lady officer out there, Sangeeta Rani Kalia, should be given an award by your government for standing her ground. She was extremely dignified. That minister was trying to insult her. He was trying to get people to cackle around. She was simply telling him the rules. When she spoke back to him, Satinath, he told her, you get out. I don't know what kind of an instruction that is, Satinath. And because she didn't get out, unko thes pahunchi.
I don't think there are any two ways about it. I think Sambit, on behalf of his minister, should apologize right away and get done with it. And then we can move on. Come on, Sambit. Say sorry. You know he's done this so obvious, Sambit. This time you have no defense. Say sorry on behalf of the guy, Sambit. Come on.
Sambit.
And then we can talk about how this can be stopped for all parties. You make a beginning.
Yes, Arnab, let
the BJP representative say sorry for how the minister has behaved with the police officer.
Sambit, I mean, that's the least that you can do perhaps tonight as a party spokesperson.
Yes, Arnab. I should not shy away from saying sorry. And I would not shy away from saying sorry. let me be sorry about it, and let me tell everyone, all those who are in politics, we should take two cues from the Prime Minister. Only in last 2 days, the Prime Minister has left a very important message to all politicians. Number one, only day before yesterday, addressing the Parliament on the Constitution Day, he said that the image of the politicians has taken a beating. The politicians have to introspect. Well, yes, they have the ability of course correcting. I believe as far as this VVIP culture within the politicians is concerned, this has grown. We have to take the cue from the Prime Minister. We have the ability of course correcting it. Before the people shun us, we should correct it. And
but
secondly, when yesterday he was speaking in Man Ki Baat, just a second, Arnab, when yesterday he was speaking in Man Ki Baat, he told, respect the ASHA workers. He took the name of an ASHA worker from Odisha. He told, look,
but
they are the
Mr.
women who are working.
Mr. Patra, all this is Mr. Patra. Mr. Patra, ये होती है बोलने वाली बात.
Say to Mr. Khattar Sambit that this minister should have been asked to resign. He did not do that. The Prime Minister and your party people did not tell Mr. Khattar to ask this minister to resign. Why not? All this sweet talk is on one side, and look at the behavior. Look at the way the minister is even talking on camera today, talking to Arnab. Look at the way he's behaving. What do you have to say about that?
And
why should he not be asked to resign? I don't understand what kind of a double talk is all this.
Sambit, you see, double talk will be seen through. You say we should all political parties should respect people, etc., etc., etc. I want to look at those pictures. You see what happened? I'll tell you. If you look at those pictures, viewers, you'll see one point when this. Can we show the pictures and I'll describe what's happening here. This lady officer, the superintendent of police, is clearly looking back at this politician who is trying to insult her. He looks at her and he responds to her. He says that you are the people who give illegal liquor licenses. He insults her by saying, you are selling the liquor. What you are doing is you're selling illegal liquor. She feels humiliated. All the people around her then start laughing at her. So the whole attempt out here of the BJP leader is to insult an honest officer, just insult the person. And then some other officer, senior officer comes around, whispers something in her ear and says that please do not confront the minister. She looks at the minister and I'm telling you, she should confront the minister. These kind of politicians should be confronted. We should take them on. They have no right to be out there. And Sambit Patra, Sambit, आप कहते हैं सबका साथ, सबका विकास, भाई किसका साथ, किसका विकास? Vikram Singh, how will a young police officer feel today if this is the way
Arnab,
the political class treats them?
Arnab,
and by the way, Sambit, you can't say good things on the program and allow Khattar to transfer
Arnab,
her. Why was she transferred?
Yes.
Why was she transferred? Why was she punished?
You change your tone.
Arnab,
you talk only good things. But that's not.
Arnab, we heard about the lofty ideals of the Prime Minister.
Not reflecting in the action of your.
Arnab,
Vikram Singh.
Arnab, we just heard of the lofty ideals of the Prime Minister. They are very welcome. But the lowly conduct of the lower functionaries leaves much to be desired. Have they inherited some kind of a divine right of kings? The monarchy does not exist any longer. And the last 4 words of the Honourable Minister to you, आप bureaucracy को encourage कर रहे हैं. क्या bureaucracy are untouchables? Do you want to set the bureaucracy right? This misplaced sense of arrogance is totally uncalled for, and it would be better that you were chairing the meeting. It should have been with a sense of purpose and professionalism. The very fact that you needled the officer to a point of no return, that she had no option but to react and retort. And then you had it coming because you were playing to the gallery to get cheap popularity.
Yeah.
In the name of serving the people, you were taking advantage of an officer who was cornered and was in absolute minority. Is this the way you behave with an officer who is in uniform and the leader of the force?
No, Sambit, where? Why can't? I genuinely am saying tonight, if there is any semblance of decency in the Haryana government minister, then do not insult her, bring her back, reinstate her, and let the chief minister honor her. Because which part of the constitution, Sambit Patra, places members of the executive as aristocrats and common people as their servants? Which part of the Constitution of India, Sambit Patra, states that a minister can treat officers of the Indian police service like his personal stooges? I felt insulted. I felt insulted watching that, Satinath. When I was watching that, I felt insulted.
We all are equal.
Arnab.
All citizens are socially and economically equal.
If you allow me,
No, 1 second. Which part of the Constitution of India calls for the executive to lord over our law and order officers?
You are right.
If I am right, then why is the minister? No, you tell me, Sambit. When Mr. Khemka was transferred, you used to stand by them in the same state. Today you are doing worse. Today you are doing worse.
I would request you, please don't bully me.
No, I'm not bullying you. I am asking you. The Chief Minister of Haryana transferred. No, Sambit. The Chief Minister of Haryana saw it fit to defend her transfer as quote होना ही चाहिए था. भाई किसने बोला है होना ही चाहिए था? कोई आपको सीधी तरह से सच्चाई से आपको कन्फ्रंट करे तो आप निकाल दे और उसके बाद कहे हम एग्जीक्यूटिव हैं. होना ही चाहिए था. कल अगर कोई कैबिनेट मंत्री खट्टर जी को कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट करे, will खट्टर से get out of the room? Sambit, have you ever been spoken to like that?
Yes.
If you had been spoken to like that, how would you react?
Let me. Arnab, allow me to come in very candidly. I don't want to don the hat of a politician, and I don't.
No, but you are. This is the political debate.
Let me be. Yes, let me speak the truth then. Well, yes, there are two parts to this. One, the administrative competence of the officer, on which I am not the.
No, this is not about administrative competence. The officer is. No, what's a Sambit? Sambit.
But on the language.
Sambit, it's not about administrative competence.
Don't bully me. My simple request is don't bully me. Allow me. I'm answering your questions. I'm not running away.
No, Sambit.
I did not avoid the debate.
Sambit, listen to me. Nobody's bullying you. The IPS officer is courageous enough to a young IPS officer is courageous enough.
I'm ready. Ranjana ji, I'm ready to answer all your questions.
But a young IPS officer is courageous enough to critique the government's action on controlling illegal liquor. The minister flies into a rage. Why is the officer punished?
Allow me.
No, I allow you, but you tell me why should the officer be punished and the minister stay?
Okay, I cannot answer this in my language. If you allow me to speak, I would answer. Otherwise, you can continue.
No, but Sambit, you are not. Sambit, why has the officer been punished?
But how does Sambit Patra speak all
Why has the officer? You answer me. Answer the question. Why has the officer been punished? Why?
No, please hold on. Please
answer the question.
Number one, as I told, two parts to this whole issue. One is the administrative competence on which.
What administrative competence? She's not been transferred for administrative competence.
As far as the language use is concerned, as far as decency is concerned, Ranjana ji, please allow me to complete. You can throw a volley of questions, but let me please answer one question at least. As far as the language, the way the question was put to the bureaucrat was concerned, I believe that is not right. Well, yes, we can question a bureaucrat, but there is a way of questioning the bureaucrat. You cannot, in the middle of a meeting, you cannot say that she should leave. No, that's
it's not leave. Get out. Idhar se nikal jaiye. Get out. No, chaliye yahan se. You know how he spoke? I'll repeat the words.
No, I know.
No, you know, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. मैं हिंदी में कहता हूँ. She says, and I'll tell you, look how decently she's speaking. She says, nahi sir. He says, sir, हम नहीं बिकवा रहे हैं शराब. Which says, आप बिकवा रहे हो शराब. Then she says, nahi sir, ये गलत बात है. No sir, this is wrong. Publicly you cannot accuse an officer like this. To which he says, which the minister says, chaliye, you get out. And she says, I will not leave. He says, chaliye, get out. She says, I will not leave. You know something, Sambit, tonight there will be people in colleges, educational institutions. To be an IPS officer, you sit to the toughest of your examinations, go through the toughest of training, go through an interview. You're probably the 0.1% that gets selected on your merit. On your merit. And then you sit in one room, 5 years into service, and some Johnny-come-lately minister just talks to you like that and says, get out. I'm telling you. Tell me, is this why young people seek an education, want to serve their country? Sambit, do you empathize?
Arnab,
one second. I'm to elaborate the point. Sambit, to elaborate the point, tell me, young people are watching the program.
What are you doing about it?
No, to an aspiring IPS officer, what example are you saying?
I have only one question to Sambit and let him answer. Who should have been punished in this situation?
The minister.
Should the minister be asked to go, or should she be transferred? Sambit, you tell the people today. Every one of us are waiting for your answer. Who should have been punished? You tell us. Should she have been transferred, or should the minister be asked to go and to leave in this situation?
Arnab, I think I should not be shouting into the middle of the debate. If you allow me, I'll surely
Go on,
answer.
it's a straight question.
Number one. Yes, number one,
yeah.
as I told right from the very beginning, language is the ornament of, leave aside a minister, of any human being. So language should be used decently. Anger and ego are the two weapons which can destroy the worthiest of man.
I speak
worthiest of person. No, this is not sermonizing. Let me be very truthful.
Words of wisdom, sir.
Over here, as far as the Fatehpur district is concerned, drug addiction and alcohol is a problem. I understand that the minister may have been hurt, but the minister should not have handled the situation in the way he has handled. I agree with you that this is not the right way of handling, especially when she is a woman officer as well. Especially when she is a woman officer as well. There could have been courteous and more decent way of handling the thing. This is my plain take on this.
What should have been done and what has been done is different. I'll take a short break. What baffles me tonight, Sambit, baffles me. You are from a party which always said सबका साथ सबका विकास. You are from a party which says लाल बत्ती कल्चर, हमको बस वोट कर दीजिए, हमारे लिए निकाल कर देंगे, बाहर कर देंगे लाल बत्ती कल्चर. मैंने आज कहा उन मंत्री जी को ये लाल बत्ती कल्चर नहीं, दिस इज डबल लाल बत्ती कल्चर. You are from the party when Khemka was transferred, you said we cannot insult bureaucrats like this. You are from the party, Sambit Patra, when Durga Shakti Nagpal incident happened, you tore into the Mulayam Singh Yadav at that time. ये क्या हो गया? ये क्या हो गया संबित पात्रा? क्या पावर में आ गए इस तरह से बात करते हैं किसी के साथ? I'll ask you the question, Sambit. Think about it. What happened? What happened? And when I come back, I'll ask Sanjay Bhoos Reddy of the IAS Officers Association what he thinks about the Congress leader behaving there like an absolute lumpen. That's the only word to describe it. Congress spokesperson Ashish Dua will tell us if that Congress leader in Rajasthan was not a lumpen, what was he? Ashish Dua, you are quiet tonight क्योंकि आपको पता है you have no right to ask the BJP any questions. Your leader has behaved worse than the minister himself. I'll ask you what action Rahul Gandhi, who talks of a new Congress culture, will do to take on that leader. We'll come back in just a few minutes. Okay, Ashish Dua of the Congress party, I want to play you the video. Just have a look, Ashish. Have a look. This is how Congress leaders are taught to behave. I'm sure Rahul Gandhi didn't teach them. This is what he did. Just have a look at this, Ashish. Okay, let's play the video. Small clip.
लास्ट बात है, तरीके से हम काम कर रहे हैं.
आप तरीके से नहीं कर रहे हैं.
अच्छा
नहीं तो हमें कोई ऐसे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है.
ये कोई तरीका नहीं, आपकी जो बात करने का तरीका ये नहीं होता है.
हाँ तो आप सीखेंगे, आपकी क्लास लगाना सीखेंगे उसमें. अगर नहीं सीख पाए तो हम
एक प्रकरण सुना मैंने, एक प्रकरण के समाधान की बात बताया,
कुछ नहीं सुना. बार तो आक्रोश नहीं करते इतना.
इसलिए कह रहा हूँ वीडियो देख लो आप. आपका महिलाओं का हरकत क्या है, कितना प्यार से मैं सुन रहा था सबका एक का. मामला सही है, डॉक्टर चाहिए, मैं भी जानता हूं.
कोई मामला आपके नोटिस में लाया जाए, इस कान से सुनते हो, इस कान से निकालते हो.
ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
कैसा इंडिया एट्रोसिटी प्रशासन करता चिंता नहीं करता इसकी. में
मुद्दे के अनुसार बात करो. मैं बात करूं.
बुलाओ उसको, बुलाओ वीडियो को बुलाओ. क्या कर लेंगे वीडियो वाला? फांसी चढ़ा देगा क्या मुझे?
मुद्दे से बात करो.
फांसी भी चढ़ाएगा क्या?
मुझे भी नहीं करना है.
तो फिर
बात वही
हम क्या मांगने हैं आपसे? कुछ मांगने हैं? ये कहने आए औरतों के पेट जीने जा रहे प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटलों में. ये कहने हैं आपसे?
आप जनप्रतिनिधि हैं.
शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको. आप इस तरीके से बात करते हैं. You don't deserve to be character.
Doesn't matter. You don't deserve to be a neta in that case.
I am born leader. You don't know. I have won 30 election. What you are telling me? Just after losing 2 elections, if you speak like this, then you are a fool. You are not a character.
सर प्लीज बात हो गई, बात हो गई सर, बहुत हो गई.
उनसे ढंग से बात करो.
मैं ये बात
जुड़े क्यों? पहले बात
सही नहीं कह रहे हो, बस इतना लास्ट है मेरा.
आपको जो करना है करिए.
कर रहे हो मुझे फूल कहने के लिए, आप इधर नहीं.
आप जो करना है करिए. या तो आप लोगों की बात सुनिए.
कर लेंगे. लोगों की बात तो मैंने सुन लिया.
Ashish Dua of the Congress party. Ashish Dua ji, would you like to give some special comments? कोई विशेष टिप्पणी आपको जो ये आपके the lumpen leader जिस तरह से behave करते हैं, इनके खिलाफ आपने what action have you taken? Like to share that with our viewers?
Arnab, at the outset, I would start, unlike Sambit, with the comment that any behavior of arrogance, roughshod or bad temper by people in power is not allowed, not acceptable.
No, he said the same thing.
Now, having said
what
that,
are you unlike Sambit? Sambit has said the same thing. Say something new. You know, your leader was so full of arrogance, so drunk on power that he said, "I am a born leader." This is the problem.
Having
No,
said
what do you
that,
mean I'm a born
having
leader?
said that, Arnab,
Yeah.
just allow me a minute to go back to the Haryana issue.
No, I want to talk about the Rajasthan issue with you. No.
Go back to
Rajasthan issue with you.
No,
Answer Rajasthan.
Don't come to Haryana.
Answer the Rajasthan issue. Answer the Rajasthan issue. The district collector. Answer the Rajasthan issue. The district collector of Sirohi, Sarwan Kumar, is visited by this goon who comes there, verbally abuses him, says I am a born leader, says I have won 13 elections. You are a fool. You are not good enough to be a collector. What does this say of a party whose member verbally abuses a public servant? What does this say of a party whose member indulges in name calling and threatens a public servant? And what action has been taken against this leader? Simple. Sanjay Bhoos, Reddy. What action? Sanjay, one second.
Allow me a minute. We would answer
saw the
all
video.
your questions.
No, you saw the video. Satinath is countering. Satinath. No, this is the problem. Satinath.
No.
Satinath, Ranjana. But Satinath first. Satinath.
All I want to add is
you have to allow me to come in here.
it very clearly in the Rajasthan issue as well as in the Haryana issue.
And they need to be clarified. This minister, Anil is a serial offender.
I am asking you about the Rajasthan case.
Behavior with the CMO. Bandana Bhatia.
We are talking of Rajasthan.
I'm talking about Rajasthan with you. Sambit, 1 second. No. You don't talk about what the BJP guy has done. You talk about what the Congress guy has done. You have a sense of entitlement among your party members. You are supporting your party. Your party members are using their so-called political stature to demean public servants. You answer about the Rajasthan case. Sanjay Bhoos Reddy, what can be done? Sanjay Bhoos Reddy. Sanjay Bhoos Reddy. Sanjay Bhoos Reddy of the IAS Officers Association. Sanjay and Ashish.
Can I come, Mr. Goswami?
Yes, Mr. Bhoos Reddy.
Because they are there to serve the society. So
Thank you.
I'm saying as Congress spokesperson that our party unit will get a report from the concerned and Mr. Gurdas Kamath, who's in charge of Rajasthan.
Long-winded explanation you're giving on the Newshour that we get a party. For God's sake, the video is clear enough. The video is clear enough. The video is clear enough.
Behavior is shown as detrimental to his office. Second,
why are you giving a long-winded reply? Why don't you say we'll sack the guy? What's the problem? Who is he? He's a member of the Congress Working Committee. He's got a close connection with Rahul Gandhi. Your Rahul Gandhi goes around saying, I will transform politics, I will transform politics. Go ask Rahul Gandhi, do these people like this transform politics?
Our leadership has clearly said, our leadership has always clearly said that any behavior, such behavior...
Don't speak theoretically, don't give me... This is not, we are not discussing philosophy.
Not acceptable. And this message has to go loud and clear amongst the cadre.
Well, it's not going loud and clear. Sanjay Bhoos Reddy countering you, and I want to tell you here today, there is zero difference between Congress and BJP in the way that they are responding tonight, viewers. Zero difference between both the parties. Both platitudes from both sides. No action, only platitudes. Sanjay Bhoos Reddy.
It's the power that they get into, and that gets into their head. And
Sanjay Bhoos Reddy.
Behave. Why are you talking about the other when it is
Let Mr. Reddy come in. He represents the IAS Officers Association.
Resign.
Mr. Goswami, can I...
Mr. Reddy, go on.
Yeah, today we saw 4 episodes, one from Andhra Pradesh, one from Haryana, one from Jammu and Kashmir, another from Rajasthan. The association very strongly feels that all these 4 are equally and highly condemnable, and we strongly condemn. I would just like to put 2 points which were discussed by our founding fathers in the Constituent Assembly debate. One was by Mr. Brajeshwar Prasad on 7th September 1949. It's a small statement which I would just read and which would very aptly put the behavior of today's state level political executives. He said, an enlightened bureaucracy is the need of the hour. We must strengthen the foundations of our civil service and protect it from the onslaught of mobocrats who are, in the name of democracy, trying day in and day out to boss over and dictate over those who are their superiors in intellect and morals. Men of small status riding on the crest of popular enthusiasm are placed in positions of power and authority. No civil servant will tolerate the antics and clownish performance of political upstarts. And one more small statement I would like to read of Mr. Sardar Patel, our honorable ex-Home Minister, a great leader, on 10th of October 1949. He said, "I tell you, do not quarrel with the instruments with which you want to work. It's a bad workman who quarrels with his instruments. To take work from them, every man wants some sort of encouragement. Nobody wants to be put in work when every day he is criticized and ridiculed in public. Nobody will give you work like that." And exactly, if you see all the 4 episodes which had happened today in all these 4 states, it very clearly says that even in 1949, when the constitution was being framed, they had this vision. Unfortunately, even after 70 years, the behavior is exactly...
I think Mr. Reddy, this business, about arrogant netas, I think it has become extreme. Before the elections, Satinath will remember, Ranjana, Kumari will remember, our viewers will remember. Before the elections.
Even the IAS officers in Rajasthan. And as I told you, the incident that happened in Indira Gandhi Panchayati Raj Institute, and the head of the institution talking rudely, badly, behaving badly with a woman. I think this has to go from every single group, and politicians are fanning it, nursing it, and behaving in the manner that they are behaving. But don't say that you can totally absolve all people in power. The men in power behave with the poor, with the Dalit, with the women in the same way. I mean, I think what our experience has been, that even IAS officers will have to learn. But today, of course, all these 4 incidents are about these people, the political class, which is very arrogant, which is very rude, which is misbehaving in people, and which pretend to be people's servants.
Ranjana, I am not saying the IAS officers or IPS officers behave very well with everyone. What I am saying is that the system from the top downwards, allows, we are creating a system where you belong to some so-called influential class, you are exercising your so-called VVIP status and trading insults with anybody you think is below you. We are allowing a class system, Satinath. A class system with politicians at top of the hierarchy to flourish. We are paving the way.
Anybody and nobody.
Exactly. Us and them.
Anybody and nobody.
Anybody and nobody. Like you saw the minister when he said, "Who are you? You're a nobody. I'm somebody. I'm a minister." And we watched tonight, Satinath, no action. This minister will carry on. Mr. Vikram Singh, this minister will carry on in Haryana. Rahul Gandhi does not have the courage to act against this ex-MLA.
So unless...
So unless there is some action, right?
Arnab, please see. May I just for a minute, please?
This is unfair.
Mr. Vikram Singh.
Arnab, may I? Arnab,
these actions
this gentleman, see his body language. He looks more like a street fighter than a political person. I have had my share of intemperate people, but this gentleman takes the cake. My advice to all officers is that incidents of this type invite provisions under 332 of the IPC, attacking a public servant, and 504 and 506 of the IPC, which are non-bailable. They can rightfully be sent to jail from your office straight away, which I have done earlier. Such intemperate people should be put in their places. I do not say that be rude and abrasive yourself, but the rule of law, because the district magistrate and the SP represent the might of the state and the seal of the President of India. And anybody who rubs the uniform on the wrong side or the authority of the district magistrate has to be taken to task.
So it's not about abusing or insulting a public servant alone, Sambit. Right? The fact is, Sambit, 1 second. Before the general elections of 2014, each one of you would come and take strong and strident positions. One single politician behave like that, you would sack the person because there was an election due. You really think today, it's not a Haryana issue, Sambit. You really think that you will take no action against the minister, and someone watching in Chennai, in Guwahati, in Kolkata, in Ahmedabad is not watching this program and saying, is this the same BJP? You don't think so, is it? Or you think
Let
it'll
me
be an
answer.
isolated case,
No,
you'll
let me
do
answer.
damage limit? No, please,
Let me
Sambit.
answer, Arnab. I have been listening very
Yes.
patiently. You have asked a question. Let me answer. As far as Mr. Anil Vij is concerned, even you know, Arnab, he's a very honest
I think he's boorish, he's rude, he's arrogant.
Just a second.
He's flexed his muscle, he needs to say sorry. You want to give him certificates, that's your choice.
Allow me at least a
No,
few
after that you're giving him certificates tonight. That's not, no, you're giving him certificates.
Sambit,
Please
what was the action you took last
please
time
show
when
me the
Reddy
courtesy. I would request
Reddy
all of you.
abused,
You're condoning his behavior. He's
that recording is on record.
We are
He submitted
discussing, we are
that his
discussing about
behavior
bullying, we are
was not
discussing about
towards the woman.
VIP racism.
And now
you don't allow me to
again he's
complete a
allowed
few
to act in
sentences, all
such a
of you.
manner.
No, this is wrong. This is wrong. We are talking of decency and none of you allow me to complete a two-line. I mean, this is wrong. Number one, there are two parts of the debate.
No,
as
but
far
you
as
know,
Anil Vij
you
is
should
concerned, I can vouch
see the
for his
facts.
honesty. He is a man
This
who
has not
thinks
happened for
about
the
the
first time with
people.
Anil Vij.
He has
It has happened earlier.
consistently worked for the people. I can well imagine that he must have been really perturbed with the fact that drug addiction and
Yeah, and
alcoholism
so he can't say
is not
sorry.
ending.
He
But
can't say
yes,
sorry. So that gives him the certificate to-
Decency is something
Arnab,
which we all have to maintain
Anil Vij has been
under
MLA for
every
5 times,
circumstance,
and he's
which
been
we
a
all have to
minister.
maintain.
He should
Language
know
is something
very
which
well
we all
that
have
he-
to,
Sambit,
we all have to adopt
Sambit,
under
the
every
fact is,
It is a
the fact is, no, Mr. Dua, you can't take a high moral ground. Sambit, the minister needs to say sorry. The officers should not have been thrown out of the room. The officers should not have been transferred. The minister has not said sorry. The officer was insulted in the room and the officer was punished and transferred. And the response of the chief minister is, we are the executive. What executive, Sambit? That executive is elected by us.
No, two parts.
That executive is elected by us. I'll take the discussion forward. I'm short of time.
I would not be commenting on the competence of the officer.
You're playing safe, Sambit.
Competent, may not be.
You're playing safe. You have a right to do so, and I have a right to disagree with you.
About
No,
the
I have.
competence, sir.
Sambit Patra, Mr. Dua,
500
Mr. Reddy, Ranjana, Kumari, Satinath.
There would have been a better way. There would have been a better way.
And Vikram saying, I thank you all. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2 on arrogant Netas. Viewers, you decide whether these Netas can be let off the hook. I don't think so. You decide. You tell me what you think. Thanks for joining me on debate number 2 tonight. Thank you.